Coming up on SUTV, we'll hear about the recent death of a Dixie football player.
And a look at the SUU Hope Pantry.
Welcome to SUTV News. I'm Jeff Mullins.
And I'm Jessica Stagg. Just a short way south in St. George, Abraham Reinhardt, a Dixie State senior, passed away Friday, March 22nd at Dixie Regional Medical Center. University officials have not released the cause of death, with only sudden illness listed on online medical bills. Reinhardt, a Hawaii native, was a redshirt linebacker at Dixie State with a career 79 tackles and 3.5 sacks. Reinhardt was named first-team All-Rocky Mountain Athletic Honors after leading the Dixie State Trailblazers in 3 separate defensive statistic categories. A campus candlelight vigil for Reinhardt is scheduled Monday night at Dixie State's Clock Tower.
Bread and Soup Night is next Monday, and there's more to it than you might think. Our reporter Sophie Reese has a story.
It's now November, and there is only one thing on everyone's mind: food. This past Monday, the Community Engagement Center had Bread and Soup Night, a tradition they carry out the first Monday of every month.
It's an event open to the public where everyone brings in a can of food or a box of cereal or anything that you have to donate, and $1, and all the food donations come here to our Hope Pantry.
You get unlimited bread and soup. All the proceeds then go to something the Community Engagement Center has created for all students at SUU, the Hope Pantry. The Hope Pantry was created for college students with food insecurity in mind, ones that either cannot afford to feed themselves or don't have access to healthy foods. The pantry is stocked full of foods provided by donors, and it carries more than just soup. It has items like cereal, peanut butter and jelly, bread, uncooked pasta, and more. The pantry also offers toiletries such as toothpaste, deodorant, and soap. The Community Engagement Center purposely created the Hope Pantry to be a safe and easily accessible entity on SUU campus.
You just walk in the front doors of the Community Engagement Center, and there's really nice people that work here, and you can ask them where it is and they'll direct you down here. And when you leave, you just put a check mark so we can keep track of how many people are using the Hope Pantry, but you don't have to say who you are or anything. It's completely anonymous, and anyone is welcome.
The Hope Pantry is located in the Community Engagement Center at 417 West, 200 South, right across the street from the Gerald R. Sherritt Library on SUU campus. They operate from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday. This has been Sophie Reese with SUTV.
That's great. But did you just hear, so I just heard that all the charges against Jussie Smollett have been dropped.
Really?
Have you heard that? Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, I have seen that. I saw it as it was like breaking, so like I don't have all the details as to like why they were dropped or anything. But
oh, really?
It seems I caught a bit of the press conference from the mayor, and he seems very upset about it.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. All right. Coming up, a look at the new 3-year degree at SUU.
And more about the weather. We'll be right back.
You got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting him in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Our reporter Bradley tried to find out all he could about the 3-year degree system that SUU is implementing next year.
Next year, SUU will start offering a 3-year degree. While this is exciting news, there have been concerns and worries expressed by students and teachers alike. One of these concerned students was Kyler Bird, an engineering student at SUU.
You know, I've heard from a couple different people, but it's kind of switching up so people can graduate faster, I guess. Means they're adding I think from what my professor talked about it today, that they're adding a winter semester. I'm just interested how I see it goes. I've heard it worked at BYU, Idaho, so that's what I've heard, why we got the idea from. I've heard it worked, so maybe, I'm not sure. I'm a little stressed over that, longer classes, more homework time.
The 3-year degree is an idea SUU proposed after they saw the success of other colleges implementing similar programs. But what exactly is this 3-year degree all about?
So what we're doing is we're taking our regular university and adding a 3-year option. And that's going to really have a small effect on the calendar beginning in January. So it's a really simple idea, and it is you just take your senior year, those 2 semesters, and put them one after the first year and the other after the second year. So for a student, you're here the same amount of time, it's just that we're able to put that into 3 years instead of 4. So those students that want to do a 4-year degree or 5 years, however long it takes, those students can just keep going exactly the way they are. But for those students that would like to complete more quickly, they can take these spring semesters, what we're going to call them. All right. So we'll have a fall semester, a winter semester, a spring semester, still have fall break, still have spring break, still have the normal holidays that we do. We'll still have 2 or 3 weeks between each semester. And then at the end of spring semester, we'll have something like 6 weeks or so for a vacation.
With this new program, SUU will hopefully be able to get SU students their degrees faster and cheaper than normal. College is constantly changing, and this seems to be a step in the right direction towards faster and cheaper schooling. From SUTVNews, this is Bradley Turner signing off.
An Enoch man is in critical condition after a man broke into his home and stabbed him early Sunday morning. Enoch police were dispatched to the man's home at 1:53 a.m. Sunday after neighbors reported hearing screams coming from the house. When officers arrived at the scene, they found the victim covered in blood with stab wounds all over his body and head, still being able to describe his attacker to the authorities. 38-year-old John Weston Oshley was later arrested that morning and charged with aggravated attempted murder and aggravated burglary. Officers have not found Oshley's motive yet for the crime, but he is being held in the Iron County Jail on a cash-only bail of $100,000.
Our reporter Jake Turrell has a feature story about local music store Whittlesticks.
Whittlesticks is one of Cedar City's 2 music stores. However, Whittlesticks focuses mainly on the repair side of instruments. This includes any guitar fixes and modifications, same with the violins, or you can even get your own custom acoustic guitar built by owner Luke Heaton.
So your biggest thing, like my kind of bread and butter is repairs by far. I mean, it's the bulk of my business now. Retail is great, but you know, that comes and goes depending on the year. You know, as school starts, I do a lot of retail, but repair is probably my most steady.
As the Whittlesticks name has grown throughout the years, Luke has seen clientele come in from even outside of southern Utah. And with these new customers, they all have their own unique needs and wants regarding their musical instruments.
As I've got, you know, my reputation's got better. I'm now doing, you know, work for professional musicians now that are, you know, in the area, nothing too far out. But I do, you know, I'm Martin certified guitar, Martin certified repair and Taylor guitar as well. And so I've been doing a lot of work from Provo and Arizona, Nevada, of guys, you know.
Whittlesticks is located on Main Street in Cedar City, and Luke welcomes anyone interested in his services to come check out the shop. For SUTV News, this is Jake Turrell.
You know, I've never been to Whittlesticks.
Have you not?
I haven't, but it actually looks like such a cool store.
Yeah, yeah. I wish I played, you know, any form of like guitar or anything so I could actually go.
It is hard.
Yeah.
It's really
Do you play?
hard. I play a lot of other instruments, not guitar as much. I have one, but I just I can't commit. It hurts my hands too much.
Yeah, I feel like I'd have that same issue. I played piano for like a couple years, but if you told me to play something, I couldn't do more than like, you know, Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh, no.
Like the easiest.
Oh,
it was not good.
Oh,
I didn't
man.
retain any of that.
Yeah, I played piano for a really long time. Well, anyway, now a quick look with Race at the weather.
Coming up, I'll let you know whether or not the sunshine will be sticking around. Stay tuned.
Travel is part of the American way of life.
When we're on vacation, we keep an eye out for anything that looks out of place.
Miss your bag.
When we travel from city to city, we pay attention to our surroundings.
Everyone plays a role in keeping our community safe.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, be aware of your surroundings. If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. I'm Race Knutson. This is Cedar City weather. And as you know, it's spring, which means it could be snowy, or we might get a little bit of sunshine here on campus. Let's take a look at today's current conditions. It's about 63 degrees, mostly sunny, a few clouds in the sky. We'll have a high today of 64, a low of 39. No rain anticipated today, but we do have wind of about 16 miles per hour south-southwest gusts. So it's a pretty good day. Might be a good day to ride a bike. Who knows? Let's take a look at the weather throughout the state. Up in Salt Lake, it's about 65 degrees. Park City, 51, a little bit chillier up in the mountains. Provo, 63. Price, 55. 59 in Manti near the I-70, I-15 corridor. Over in Moab, a little bit east, 60 degrees. Here in Cedar City, it's currently 63 degrees. And down in St. George, it is a nice sunny 68 degrees. If anyone's planning on going down there, getting a little extra sunshine. This week's forecast, we have currently mostly sunny. Tomorrow we'll be seeing partly cloudy on through Thursday, mostly cloudy, highs in the 50s, low 61. Friday, mostly sunny, 51 degrees. A little bit chillier that day, even though the sun's shining. But throughout the weekend, we're going to have a really good weekend, mostly sunny, a few clouds in the mid 60s. It's going to be a really good time to get outside. go out and do those things you've been planning on doing all winter long, as far as being able to enjoy the outdoors. And then back on Monday will be a little bit cloudy, but it will be about 62 degrees. So the weather is slowly creeping up, getting a little bit warmer. We've been enjoying that. And it's been a lot of sunshine recently, which has been a big contrast from the last couple weeks where we've had intermittent snow showers. We've had a few downpours, a little bit rainy, but we're excited about this upcoming weather in the sunshine. So thanks for joining me for the weather. Back to you at the desk.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a nice week at least.
Oh, I am so excited. I have been waiting for some warm weather.
Mm-hmm.
It's really great.
Now it really feels like spring.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Yeah. I know. I actually wore shorts today, you know.
Really?
Could not do that last week. So
see, this morning I had to get up very early, so it was still a little cold.
Oh,
so I had a jacket. But yeah, now it's like, I mean, I'm going to step outside in this suit and it's going to be very warm.
Do you have any fun plans for the weekend?
For the weekend?
Nice? Yeah.
Not much. Probably just like working on, like, we're wrapping up all our, like, you know, all our projects and all the classes. So
oh yeah, for
that's
sure.
Gonna be fun.
I know there's so much coming up.
But, you know,
it's gonna be hard. I know. I'm trying to find some fun stuff to do this weekend, but we'll see.
Yeah. Thanks for the weather update, Race.
Here's a quick look at what's coming up next in sports.
Coming up on SU TV Sports, we'll recap SU men's basketball team and much more. Don't go anywhere.
For 3 months, I was being treated for high blood pressure and migraines, which were actually the symptoms. The cause was kidney disease. If you were a member of one of those high-risk groups, I would have your kidney function checked. Early detection can prevent further kidney damage. It was amazing even to my doctor how much diet impacted my personal disease. The power to reduce risk for kidney disease is in your hands. I just feel that my whole life has come back to me.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Listen up. Each year, hundreds of promising research studies go unfunded for breast cancer, for lung cancer, every cancer. The American Cancer Society has been behind nearly every breakthrough in recent history. But there's still more work to do. So let's make sure that no research is silenced. Let's make noise. Let's make noise. Yeah. And let's finish the fight.
Welcome back to SU TV Sports. I am your host, Marquise Gross. The SU men's basketball team had a historical moment this past Friday as the team hosted their first ever Division I postseason game and their first since 2001. The team took on the Missouri Valley champions, the Drake Bulldogs. The game would go into overtime, but the Thunderbirds were able to pull off an 80-73 win in front of a rocking crowd in the America First Event Center. The T-Birds were led by freshman sensation Harrison Butler, who scored 21 points and grabbed 11 rebounds and played a huge role for the Thunderbirds on defense as well. With the team down 11 with just over 6 minutes to go, Butler and Cameron O'Leilton forced several turnovers to help the Thunderbirds go on a 9-0 run in only 45 seconds. O'Leilton did not have the best offensive game, but was still able to score 15 points and grab 9 rebounds. The win propelled SU to their second round of the CIT. The Thunderbirds then faced the Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunners from the WAC Conference. A win would propel the T-Birds into the CIT quarterfinals, while a loss would keep the Birds at home until next year. The T-Birds led early in the first half but fell behind 23-25 at halftime. The game was also plagued by fouls as the Thunderbirds shot 33 of 48 from the free throw line. The T-Birds kept the game close, but fouls kept the team from making a huge run. With the T-Birds down 7 with under a minute left, the Thunderbirds displayed a tremendous amount of effort and heart as they pulled two within two after the Roadrunners were called for multiple fouls. Offensive rebounds were able to keep the Birds in the game when they missed the free throws, but the team ended up down 3 with 5 seconds to go. Dre Marine had a chance to tie the game at the buzzer, but the shot fell short of the rim, and the T-Bird season ended with a 67-70 loss to the Roadrunners. Brandon Better led the Thunderbirds coming off the bench, scoring 20 points and hitting 9 free throws. The Thunderbirds will now look to next year as they try to build off this historical season. The end of basketball season means it's almost time for football, and SU made a big announcement last week. The team announced that Brandon Fisher will be the new defensive coordinator. Fisher is the son of legendary NFL coach Jeff Fisher and previously worked for his father in St. Louis and LA for the Rams. Fisher will try to help out a defense that was second in the FCS in total yards allowed and second to last in passing yards allowed. While in the NFL, Fisher helped the Rams defense finish 10th in passing yards allowed. The team also announced that former New York Giants linebacker Unai Unga will become the linebacker assistant and assistant to the head coach as well. Considered by many to be one of the most physical and versatile tight ends to play the position, 29-year-old Rob Gronkowski is formally exiting his professional career in the NFL. After playing 9 seasons with the New England Patriots, he managed to get 3 rings. Known more intimately by his nickname Gronk, Gronkowski retires with a career of 7,861 receiving yards with 79 touchdowns. This is third all-time among NFL tight ends. Gronk has 3 Super Bowl rings, as I said before, playing a huge role in helping the Patriots win 3 out of 5 Super Bowls in the last decade. Gronkowski is not only known for his outstanding contributions on the field, but also for his contagious zeal for life and crazy antics off the field. Gronkowski's teammates and coaching staff all took to social media to express their appreciation and gratitude at having the opportunity to work with a 6'6", 265-pound future Hall of Famer. New England offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels summed up Gronkowski's impact on the franchise and the entire league, stating simply, "There will never be another Gronk." That's all I have for SUTV Sports. I am Marquise Gross. Back to you guys at the desk.
Yeah, that's quite a shocking story about Gronk, honestly. But, you know, I actually read something that his, I don't know if it was his manager or whoever that person is, what they're called in football, basically said, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets, you know, a phone call from Tom Brady and it's like, hey, we need you back for like a couple games. And he's like, I'm pretty sure he'd say yes. So
yeah, I mean,
never know.
If you love the game that much and you've dedicated your life to it, I mean, yeah.
I mean, how many times did you see Brett Favre retire and then come back?
Oh, yeah.
And I remember a Super Bowl commercial making fun of it when it's just like, it's 2045 and he's just got gray hair and he's just like,
still
finally announcing my retirement. It's just like, I don't even remember what it was about, but it was great.
Oh, but, man, that's pretty good.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that update, Keith. Next, what is trending on social media today?
And our Campus Happenings anchor, Trace and Lyon, will let you know what's happening around campus this week. Don't go anywhere.
Toxic chemicals and carcinogens are leaching into the environment. It's happening right where we live, work, and play. Everywhere. Cigarette butts are toxic waste. Let's stop the toxic litter. Learn more at rethinkbutts.org.
I'm hungry. I can't see the board.
Good morning, class. Everyone ready to learn today?
Of course they aren't ready. Across America, health barriers keep millions of disadvantaged school children from learning. Children's Health Fund is working to remove those barriers. But to really change the odds for these kids, we need your help. To find out how you can give every child a chance to be healthy and ready to learn, visit childrenshealthfund.org today.
Life is made of moments. Family. A drunk driver could take it all away. Keep your family safe on the road, because after all, nothing is more beautiful. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Keep your family safe.
Welcome back. So this week we have a lot of events going on campus. First of all, registration started today for the seniors, and it will continue on March 28th for the juniors, April 1st for the sophomores. Make sure you sign up on time so you can get the classes you need. Also tonight is the Finals Connect of the year at some 7 to 9 p.m. in the ballroom. There'll be free pizza, so come on out and grab some. And then tomorrow night is the opening night of the SUU Masterworks Opera presents music of Andrew Lloyd Webber at 7:30 p.m. in the Heritage Theater. And I know that they have put a lot of work into that, so that'll be pretty cool. We also have tomorrow the Orange Day for the Festival of Excellence, so make sure that you come on out and wear your free t-shirt that they were passing out today. It looks like we have a lot going on this week, so make sure you stop by. And that's what's going on this week on campus. Back to you guys at the desk.
Today on social media has a special emphasis on movies. At her Hollywood Walk of Fame ceremony, Mandy Moore was surprised by her A Walk to Remember co-star Shane West. The two starred in the film, based off the book by Nicholas Sparks in 2002, 17 years later, and the two are still apparently best friends. West says not only was this film a wonderful experience in every way, it also gave me the chance to fall for this fantastic woman. Twitter users have also been going crazy over Jordan Peele's newest horror film, Us. After making over $70 million on its opening weekend, people have already began discussing theories over the film's ending, as well as making memes. Lastly, the social media world has completely blown up over the newly released posters from Marvel's The Avengers Endgame. The posters feature every key figure in the movie, including those who possibly died in the last film, Avengers Infinity War. The posters for those who may be dead are in black and white, while others remain in color. This left many fans shocked, sad, and excited for the film's release on April 26th.
With so much going on in the world, it can be easy to get caught up in the negativity of it all. My co-anchor Jessica Stagg has put together a compilation of some uplifting stories around the world this week.
Only 4% of firefighters across the country are women. A few weeks ago, when Jenna Graham saw her name on the schedule with her longtime colleagues, Allison Costello and Patty Juergens, she thought it was too good to be true.
It just feels wonderful for us. We're used to operating with anyone and everyone in the department.
It was the first time in the history of the department that there was a 3-woman crew.
You're an all-women crew. People notice it. They speak to it. It's just setting an example for them that women can do this job and that you can have an entire company of women performing to the same levels, if not exceeding the levels of the male companies.
Like most children, 12-year-old Ryan Paul became frazzled when his beloved teddy bear went missing Wednesday evening. Instead of asking his parents for help, Ryan, who has autism, called on necessary manpower. Or so he thought. Officer Kari Manzini arrived just a few minutes later. In the end, Ryan's teddy bear was found right on the side of his bed, and the Paul family grateful for Officer Manzini and the Woodbridge Police Department.
Was it a real emergency?
Nope.
We went over that since.
A bidder in China just nabbed a prized Belgian racing pigeon at auction for $1.4 million. The bird, Armando, is considered the best long-distance racing pigeon of all time. That's according to Pippa, the website that organized the sale. The high price was a result of an hours-long bidding war between two parties. Pippa says Armando is the most expensive bird ever to be sold at auction.
Okay, so that story about the kid with autism calling the police is so sweet.
Yeah.
So touching. I love it.
Well, you know, it's funny because it asked, is it an emergency? And he says, not really. But if you've ever had like a security blanket or like some kind of security toy, it's an emergency in the house.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Goes missing,
Yeah.
you know, to keep the children, you know, calm and whatnot. So
At least they found it, you know, right next to his bed.
Right
so.
next
well,
to
I
his
think
bed.
it was nice how the officer responded instead of, you know, sometimes
yeah.
people would
get upset or be, you know,
That's
angry at it.
It's
like
touched my heart about that. The officer was really happy to be there.
Yeah, obviously he was able to read the
I like
situation.
how we ran up and gave him a hug and everything. That was really nice to see.
Great.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you. I'm Jessica Stagg.
I'm Race Knutson.
I'm Marquise Gross.
And I'm Jeff Mullins. See you next time on SUTV News.